Hey, good people, Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope you all are having a great day. I have just finished watching the press conference of Brian Schottenheimer. The more I listen to him, the more impressed I get by him. He's not the village idiot. He is not the guy who's just happy that he is a head coach and understands that, I'm just here. He is a guy who literally is taking the bull by the horns, understands the weight of the Cowboys nation on there, and is embracing it. And that's ingesting. And I invite you to watch that because he is a really, really good coach. And I think he is exactly what the Cowboys need right now. But I want to put this out here because this may be some good news. What you want to get when you have the NFL draft is you want to get an immediate impact guy that makes your team better day one. The second thing you want to get is you want to get another day one starter out of there. You want to be able to get some depth. You want to be able to get a special team standout. And if you can do that in the draft, you've had a very successful draft. And if you can get more than that, then you've had a great draft, okay? And right now, on paper at least, it seems like we have that. Now, for me, I've always looked at our second round picks and say the Cowboys are always trying to get first round talent at a discount. And a lot of times they're guys that have been injured, and of course their doctor, of course, puts a stamp on it and says, yeah, he's going to be okay. But not in all cases has it been that way. I mean, we've had Michael Gallup who, the doctor said, yeah, he's going to be fine. They paid him a boatload of money, and his leg was never right while he was here, and we're still paying $8.9 million in dead money this year because of it. Jalen Smith did get back on the field and did have a good season, but he still had lingering effects. And you can look at some of the other guys from like Morris Claiborne, who had the hurt wrist and things. You can look at Damone Clark, who had the spinal injury, that we have not had a lot of success on guys who were thought to be, they're going to be okay. Leighton Vander Esch, neck injury. And so for me, I'm always the one that says, I don't want to get injured guys. And Shavon Revel, ACL tear to start the season last year. And so that puts the red flags for me. People had talked about him being second round pick for us. Well, we picked him up in the third round. And here's some great news about him. Nick Eatman, because the Cowboys rookies are out there practicing today. They'll go home tomorrow afternoon. This is what Nick Eatman just tweeted out a little bit ago. Still has some time before he'll be cleared. And the hope is that they've been saying that he'll probably start training camp on the PUP list and hopefully by the end of it be close to being able to practice. But cornerback Shavon Revel is at least on the field and doing what he can. So we're sitting here on May 3rd, June, July, end of July, really almost August. Almost 3 months left to still recover, and he should be able to practice in training camp. If that's the case, then he is way ahead of schedule, and that bodes well for us because, let's be clear here, Diggs, who's been put on blast, where the Cowboys basically say, we need you to bust your ass on getting yourself rehabbed, is probably not going to be ready to start the season. It's going to be on the PUP list too. And you start looking at this and saying, we're kind of short right now in D-backs. And if Shavon Revel, a guy you drafted with a third-round pick, doesn't have training camp, you're putting out a rookie who's not getting practice at NFL speed and did not play the majority of last season. And so him getting back sooner will definitely be much needed. So there you have it. Maybe some good news for once on the injury front. And also, I'll point out from the press conference, Brian Schottenheimer reiterated about that same thing, but also said Dak Prescott is looking great and moving well and does not see any problems for him being ready, of course, for training camp. Alrighty, so Good news. We always like to hear good news from the Dallas Cowboys. I'm Mark Holmes, and I appreciate you guys. Peace.